You're listening to Sexpert with me, Renee, where we say words like piece of shit, motherfucker, cocksucker, cunt. We get so dirty that even your mother's soap bar can't clean our mouths. You've been warned.
Welcome to Sexpert with me and Renee, where we talk everything sex. Get ready for awkward topics, inappropriate jokes, foul language, and a little bit of education. We are no doctors, just young adults looking to inform our generation about sex so they can live healthier, naughtier lives. I'm Mia Renee, your host. Are you ready? Hi guys, you are listening to Sexpert, a sex-positive podcast here to teach our generation how to lead healthier and naughtier lives. I'm Mia Renee, your host, and Mason and I are bringing you a mini-episode number, it's 19. Holy shit, we're on episode 19. Thanksgiving week, so hope you all are traveling safely and eating a fuckload of food. And enjoy hearing us talk about small dicks. Mason, how are you?
I'm excited to talk about small penises.
I'm so excited to talk about small penises. This is my second favorite topic in the world of sex.
This is small talk about small dicks.
Oh my god, that's the name of the episode. We're not even a minute in. Small talk about small dicks. I love it. There it is. That's the episode name. Perfect. We have some stories from listeners today that we're going to be sharing about their experiences with small penises, whether it was with someone else's small penis or their own. And Mason and I have some stories to share, and we're just going to kind of talk about it. This episode isn't necessarily going to be hella informative, but it's going to be entertaining and fun and light. Compared to our last episode, which was a little not so much. I was listening to it and I was like, God, man, this is so heavy. But this is going to be a good one, and I think everyone will enjoy it. If you enjoyed it, make sure you tweet it, make sure you share it. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/sexpert with Mia Renee. That's the word with. And then, do you like my singing? And then you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere at Mia Renee Cole. Mason is finally on Twitter at MasonSpec1. Can you please tweet something before this episode goes out?
No.
Please, please.
No.
Please.
No.
Don't play
I
this
tell you what.
fucking game with
You
me.
know what? I'm gonna go post something right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna do it. We're doing it.
What are you saying?
Oh, how do you even tweet something?
Oh, God.
What is... Alright, hold on. I have to... I wonder if I'm going to get a lot of flack for what I'm about to tweet.
What the fuck did you say?
So if I want to tweet at someone...
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Are you tweeting at...
There we go.
Oh, my God.
Boom.
Stop. Hold up.
Go look at my Twitter.
I'm working on it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Okay, so if you guys want to see what Mason just tweeted, make sure to go follow him on Twitter at MasonSpec1, because that's funny as fuck. That's good. He's very educated.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought so. Okay, so let's jump into our stories for the day. Or our quotes from people. Would you like me to start, or would you like to start?
I would much prefer you to start.
You would much prefer me to start? Oh, God, that doesn't sound good.
I feel like my quotes are just of a subpar quality today.
Oh, God, okay.
My story, however, is not.
Oh, my God, my story is pretty good, too. Okay, so we received an email from Caroline and Boone. The subject line is small, S-M-O-L, all caps, penis, PEN15. So, it's very educated. She said, so there is this guy I had been flirting here and there with for a long time, and one day he had me come over to deal with all that built up sexual tension. It was honestly super hot until he took off his pants. And I'm not really one to judge at all, but I was super bummed. I didn't really say anything and just continued. However, sex was just awkward because I didn't feel much. I probably would have been okay with it if he was good at oral, but that was just another disappointment.
Damn.
I know, like, usually guys with, like, small penises are pretty fucking good with oral, you know, because they have to be good in some way or another.
Right.
But that sucks. Sorry, Caroline. Wow.
Rip.
Do you have one? Do you want to share one?
Yeah, and actually it's kind of funny because
Okay.
the only
good.
real quote...
Let's laugh at everyone's insecurities.
Right, the only real quote I actually got was, very surprisingly, from someone who told me that they had a small penis, very open about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And he said...
Be confident in your penis size.
Right, and we talked about it for probably an hour throughout one of my classes in college, and eventually I was like, well, dude, you just need to, like, text me, like, a quote that I can use on the podcast. He's like, yeah, I'll do that. He finally did it today. I talked to him, like, four weeks ago, it feels like, so I'm glad that he finally texted me. But he said, I used to be really worried about the size of my penis being right at 4 inches, but as I matured sexually, I learned that it wasn't as much of a limitation as I thought it was. I focus more on my ability to please during foreplay and also being able to focus on oral sex as much as I can. I find that if I can put in the work and time with a dedicated partner, that we can both leave with no problem. And that was the interesting part, dedicated partner. He said, and I asked him, you know, about it, and he said he doesn't really do a whole lot with, like, people who he's not really dating.
Do you think that's just, like, is that just, like, a personal thing, or...
I didn't necessarily ask him.
Does it, like, come from his penis size?
I would imagine that it comes from just it being an issue with not being able to, like, one-night stands or, like, something like that. Like, it just doesn't really work out, you know?
Yeah.
And it's much harder, because, I mean, you know, if you're, you know, if it's just, like, casual sex, it's kind of difficult to put in a lot of time into, you know, foreplay and oral and maybe as much as he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't know, I mean... Me personally, when I get into, you know, a sexy time, I like to just kind of, you know, not necessarily skip to the end, but minimize what comes first. You know, you feel me?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Right. So I think that's what he means.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's cool. That was a really good quote.
Thank
and
you.
Where is he from?
He is from Asheville.
Okay.
He
Oh, yeah,
lives
that's
around.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
So you go to school with him. Cool. All right. Well, I have another story to share. This person actually sent in 2 stories, and she wishes to remain anonymous. But she's from Chapel Hill, so she's from where I am. And she said, this is her first story, she said, my freshman year, this grad student took me home after a night of drinking. First of all, I want to congratulate her for going home with a grad student her freshman year of college. Like, that's fucking goals right there. Okay, so she said, everything was great at first. It was hot and heavy. He was a great kisser, and it was very passionate. One thing led to another. We ended up in his bed, and about 5 minutes into it, I told him I was still so drunk that I was going to throw up, so he would stop. I was sober. He just had a pencil dick. Long but super skinny, and I couldn't feel a thing.
Damn.
Mama told me never to lie except when you're in bed with a pencil dick. Pretty much.
It's like hurting my insecurities right now, right?
Oh my
God. I feel like people are going to listen to this and they're just going to...
Get ideas.
Right?
Yeah, and they're just going to,
I don't know.
skip out. Everyone go have sex with Mason to make him feel better.
I don't know. I mean, to be 100% honest, I feel pretty okay with my body. I feel like,
oh my God.
yeah.
You're
I'm not trying to
a
brag.
dad.
I don't, yeah, but you know
It's
what
a
I mean.
dad bod. I love it.
That's straight out of dad bod.
Ugh.
Dad bod.
Dad bod,
Dad-
like, it's
dad
like...
dick.
It's like not too, it's like a good size, and it's like hairy, and it's like, yes, Dad.
Yeah.
We need to have an episode about daddies. Yeah, don't fucking shake your head at me. Don't fucking shake your head at me, Mesa. That's what we're doing.
So I got another quote, and it wasn't really a quote because I couldn't get them to send an actual quote
Oh my
as much as it was just a conversation about
That's
the same
so
issue.
dumb.
Right. And it was the same thing. So 2 people pretty much told me the same thing, that they try to focus on what comes before the quote-unquote actual sex prior to, actually getting it in. Because let's face it, men with small dicks still need to get off. They're still human beings. Right?
Okay, whatever.
Right. So, like, I guess it's still important to them that, they actually get to have sex, but I think it's nice that they're at least worried or concerning themselves with what's actually going on with their partner, which is very admirable. No?
No, you're fine. Keep going. I'm just being a bitch. It's my defining quality.
But my second quote comes from the usual traditional subject. I think everyone, if you've listened for the past few episodes, you're well aware of my virgin friend who never has shaved in his entire life.
We have the virgin friend who's never shaved and didn't vote in this election, as we discovered in the last episode.
Mm-hmm. He didn't vote. He has never shaved. He is a virgin. I'm sure that I've quoted him for at least one more thing, but I don't remember what it is. But this one might be my favorite because I straight up asked him, because I know him pretty well. I straight up asked him, I said, quick, how does it feel to have a small dick?
You just sent him that?
Yeah, that's what I sent him.
You're a fucking awful friend.
He has a small dick. Let's just be honest.
Bro, so tell me about your small dick.
Yeah. He got immediately defensive. He said, it's not small, it's average. At almost 5 inches on a good day.
That. On a good day?
On a good day?
Your dick doesn't change size on the day. Dude, Whoa. Chill the fuck out.
He said, I'm completely content with it, but if, quote unquote, if I had a small dick. I'm sorry, no. Let me go back. If I had a small load of a dick, I'd try and make up for it in the same fashion when having sex because size matters, but doesn't mean everything. So that horrible abomination of a quote is essentially saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Try to make up for it.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, it's funny because you see in all these magazines, women are always like, size doesn't matter, but like it does to like an extent. But at the same time, it's like, I do want to feel you inside of me. So it's just like, but people, you can make up for it. It's not about the size. It's about how you use it and how you do other things. So,
right?
Yeah, but at the same time, it does kind of matter. Kind of. But, I mean, listen, I know I'm a bitch, okay? But, like, it's like, would I seriously date a guy with a small dick? Like, so small that I couldn't feel it?
Would you?
I don't know. I don't want to say no. Like, if he was really, but then I think back to one guy, which we'll share the story in a minute, that I hooked up with last winter, and like, it's like no matter what he would do, what he could do, I still wouldn't have been able to feel it,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's another thing. I wonder if like certain positions can help with that issue.
Oh, definitely, especially because of the location of the G-spot, which differs slightly in all women, but positions are everything. Missionary is not the best position for women to like really get off with the G-spot orgasm, which I think we may have spoken about a little bit in our orgasm episode, but I'm not sure. But I know it probably came up. We didn't like talk in depth about it. We need to have an episode where we just discuss sex positions, and which I feel like we may have had one of those already. I don't know.
I mean, we sort of did, but it was like it tied in. It wasn't the main subject.
Yeah, exactly. Like we haven't had a main subject episode. I'm sorry if my volume is all weird on this episode, listeners. My mic has been really fucking up recently, so I'm just trying to keep it consistent.
Oh, Mia.
I know, I keep changing the recording volume as we're recording. Because I know there's a lot of background noise coming in probably right now. Okay, so the second part of the story from this hella rad chick who got a grad student in bed her freshman year of college, she said, this is her second story, all right, let's check my mic volume, all right. Turn it down. Okay. She said, this is her second story. Over the summer, I visited some friends, one of which had recently become single. Ooh, hit it. And I thought was very cute. My best friend told me not to do it, but never gave me an explanation as to why. Red flag number 1. That was me. I added that in. Okay, so she continued. I should have listened to her without reason, but her judgment should have been enough. Anyway, at a house party the second day I was there, we had been drinking, and when he and I were inside of the house alone, he threw me into a wall. When I, first read this, I, envisioned him, picking her up and just throwing her through a wall.
Yeah.
That's what I envisioned. So I was like, oh, nice. And I just, envisioned the wall, breaking around her, all the, everything just sexy. It threw me into a wall and kissed me so passionately that I didn't care what my best friend had said. Later on that night, we shared a bed. He was fingering me, and I was ready to give him a hand job. That didn't happen. I immediately realized that his dick was hard. That his hard dick was literally the width of the palm of my hand, or as a different measure, the length of my middle finger. So I think when she said width of the palm of her hand, I think she meant length, not width.
Well, yeah.
That would be a big fucking But anyway, it was as long as her middle finger. Hard. I couldn't please him if I tried, so I said that I felt sick and was really tired and went to bed. The next day, he was wearing gym shorts, and when he got out of the car after a ride, he adjusted himself vigorously. So naturally, I asked what the fuck was wrong, only for him to say, I've got a lot to work with. I stayed silent, walked into Cookout, and ordered a tray of food that had french fries longer than his erect dick. So I guess moral of the story, men, is if she suddenly gets sick in the middle of making out and doesn't want to have sex, we now know why.
Jesus.
Was that traumatizing?
No, not really. I mean, the fact that, oh god, cringeworthy, maybe, but.
I love that email. That's funny. I thought it was very entertaining.
I don't know. God, I feel sorry for these people, honestly.
Oh my god. I mean, just tell your fucking other story. Do you have another one?
No, that was it.
Oh, you're done? Oh,
yeah.
Well. Well, guys, we're done. See you later. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Hope you enjoyed this fucking episode. Rate us 5 stars. And comment below that we are cool. Shit. Okay, do we have stories to share? Yes, we do.
It's true, we do. By the way, I think I'm wearing the same t-shirt I did last time when we recorded.
Oh, really? Well, that was less than a week ago. This is really weird. We recorded episode 18 less than a week ago. It went up yesterday. We're recording episode 19 now to go up Wednesday. Our audience doesn't fucking care about our schedule. I don't know why.
That's true.
Episode 20 is going to be good, though. So
oh, really?
That's exciting.
We have a whole chart of episodes.
We do. I finally made a fucking editorial calendar that was well needed. And I made a whole new calendar that because I have one for my blog, right? And so I figured, okay, I need one for the podcast. Which, if you guys didn't know, I have a blog. Yeah.
Shameless plug.
I know. It's miareneecole.com, which, I mean, honestly, I post a lot of blogs on there about Sexpert. This is a really lame. Can you even see that?
I can't read it. I can see it.
Oh, no. It's just, I printed out a calendar and just said, we're going to make this an editorial calendar. Because I have something similar for my blog, but it's a little different. But anyway, so we have some stories. Now that we bored our listeners with our scheduling, right? We have some stories about small dicks. Mason, would you like to tell us about your small dick?
Okay. If I remember correctly, I was around 13. And I was with a really good friend. Mia, do you remember that guy that you used to think was really cute, and now he has a daughter?
Can we quit bringing up that guy, please?
Right. Well, it turns out he actually has a sister. It's his younger sister, but she's a few months younger than us. So
I like her. She's really sweet.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She is. She's very pretty.
Mm-hmm. I've known her as long as I've known him.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it's not like we don't know each other. We do. Really good friends and everything. But so we were 13, and we were staying at his aunt's house. And of course, they had a whole upstairs section, not really a loft, but genuinely just a second story that the aunt never ever inhabited, never went up there, never used it for anything. So it was just like spare bedrooms and stuff like that. And so of course, like if we're over there, that's where we would hang out. That's where we would sleep. It was pretty cool because I mean, how often do you get to sleep in a full size fucking bed at your friend's house?
Beautiful.
Right? Anyways, so we're up there, and it started out as like a truth or dare or something, and of course you know how that goes. I'm sure you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, someone's pants are coming off.
that's true. And if I'm not mistaken, actually I don't know how many clothes were already off, but I know that people had already. Yeah.
And you're like 13, and his younger sister's like, what, 12?
No, she was actually 13 at the time as well.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But
Still kind of young, but whatever.
I mean, we were both 13. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I got dared to pull out my dick.
Oh my god.
Right. So I'm wearing blue jeans, and of course, like, I'm a fucking moron. So instead of just
Well, this
being
is like
a normal
13-year-old Mason. Everyone remember he lost his virginity when he was 7. So
instead of just like unbuttoning my pants and unzipping them and actually pulling my penis out the correct way,
the correct way.
I
Everyone
just
take notes.
reached down in my pants and pulled it out. And of course, like when I get it
pulled
out,
it out like
up, like just pulled it up, right? Just like
over the top of your pants.
yeah, but the balls weren't hanging out though.
So wait, it was over the top of your pants.
Essentially, here's the catch.
And were you erect?
I was not.
Oh shit, fam.
But here's the catch.
Oh, I'm cringing. Oh god.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The lower half of my penis didn't make it out of the pants because they were tight pants. They were just pretty tight.
This is back when everyone was skinny.
So all she's seeing, right, in this dare is like the small half of like the front of my penis.
My non-erect penis, just the little
Yeah.
tip of it. Like
And
it's just
so-
like peeping out.
And she made fun of me for it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because like I guess it didn't like compute, and it didn't compute with me either. I'm like, why? Like I don't think I have a small dick. Like I'm flaccid. Like I'm not erect. Like, and then like I just put it back in my pants. I should have just undone my pants.
You should have just like pulled them down
Right?
to your ankles.
But I didn't. Like I was so demoralized at that point, and so now I'm pretty sure my my friend's sister thinks I have a small penis.
Oh, should we message her?
Yeah,
She
honestly,
better
I mean, yeah, I'd get with it. Honestly,
Oh my god.
she's
Wait,
really pretty.
you'd get with her?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What is that weird?
No, I just like that's not what I meant. But
Oh.
when I said
I mean-
message her,
Oh.
I just figured we'd reassure her. But I mean, you could do that by getting.
I mean, if you want to reassure me, sure. If you want to do that, go ahead.
I can message her and just be like, so do you remember that Mason guy who had a small dick? And she'll be like, ha 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 ha, yeah.
Right.
And I'll be like, so actually his dick isn't small. And that will be me reassuring her. And she'll be like, how do you know? Have you seen it? And I'll be like, no, but he told me. He told me it wasn't small, so it's obviously not small.
Right. So. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of work with.
Got a lot to work with.
Oh my god.
Gotta adjust yourself vigorously. I feel like if guys do adjust themselves so vigorously, it, like it's like a compensation. I don't like to be all like compensation, this and that, but have you seen the trucks that some people drive?
It's true.
That's not necessary.
Honestly, anytime I have to like adjust my junk, it's usually because my penis is like getting stuck to my balls.
Oh my god.
It's just the way it works.
Do you have like big balls?
No, I'm definitely a grower though.
What?
A grower.
What's that? Your
You know,
balls grow?
I have so full disclosure, my penis flaccid is like never the same length, which makes sense. I don't know if you know this about men's dicks, but when they're flaccid, that shit will shrivel the fuck up.
Yeah.
If you're in a cold shower, good luck.
Yeah.
Right? But also just like randomly, like your flaccid penis can be different lengths. Like if you've been sitting for a long time, it's gonna be small as fuck.
You see your mom naked, small as fuck.
Right. But like if you've but like if
I
you've
hope
been
so, at least.
Yeah, seriously. If you like been like standing up all day, it might like stretch out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where the term grower comes from.
Okay.
Because like the size difference between my flaccid penis and my erect penis at both extremes of the end is astonishing.
Oh my god. I
Right.
want like numbers now.
It's like coming out of a cold
Should
shower.
I get out my ruler again?
Right.
Remember when I did that?
It's like coming out of a cold shower to like a full-on erection is like an incredible size difference.
Oh my god.
So never judge a man's penis if he's flaccid.
No, definitely no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Which, of course, that mistake was made at 13, but what can I do about it?
Oh my god, you know what would be like a good episode though?
What?
Like guys taking dick pics to make their dicks look really big.
How do you
Like
do that?
angles, like just nude. We have an episode about nudes, but we should have one about like best angles.
Yeah.
To make your body look the best that it ever could be. That's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking.
I have no idea how to like make it look bigger in a photo.
Angles, buddy.
What does that mean though? Like how
Like how you
Do I need to,
take
like,
a picture.
set the phone at the end of my bed and like take pictures by tapping my toe on the screen? Like what happens? I don't get it.
Well, you don't even have to do it in your bed though. Like that's the thing. Like different places also, like different angles. It's all just about how that looks.
We should have Abigail give us some tips.
Oh my god, that's a really good idea. Actually, it would just
Yeah.
be like, but at the same time, like she was taking pictures of naked men.
It's true.
I mean, unless you're gonna get like your mom to help you or something, I would suggest
Not doing that.
sticking
Hey,
to the selfies.
his sister,
Yo,
right?
yeah,
No.
100%. Yeah,
Oh,
just
God.
why don't you go hook up with like your best friend's sister and let me know how that goes, Mason?
I don't think he would be upset.
Do you not?
I don't think he cares enough, honestly.
I could see that,
Yeah.
honestly. It's whatever. I kind of have a small dick story, not really. This is how it goes. I hooked up with a guy and I couldn't feel it.
I think that's how most stories go, really. At least he
He was
wasn't
a
like,
nice
oh, I
guy.
got a lot of work with. Oh.
He was, I mean, well, it's just like when I met him, I mean, he was a cool dude and we got along really well. And like I went to his apartment and like he made me dinner and like bought me beer. So, that was nice. And
So he was setting it up.
he was like always, and he mentioned how he was, I forget what he said. He was like a master cunnilinguist. So I feel like if they immediately start saying or start talking about that they're really good with oral, sometimes I feel like, oh, that's when you know. And then he
Yeah.
started talking about his dick size. And this is like when we were both tipsy and like ready to fuck. And like I forget like what he said, but he was just like, God, what did he say? He was like, oh, it's average size. It's not small, but it's got girth. And I was like, we'll see. There's nothing. And he like kind of trimmed his pubes, but it was like I just could feel his pubes always.
Oh.
I think we discussed this in our mini episode about pubes. Because like, I was like, because he was like ramming himself into me, but I couldn't like feel anything. I don't remember how big it was, but it wasn't very big.
Yeah, I never got that. And like you see that on TV a lot in like sex scenes where like guys are just like ramming themselves into someone, right?
Yeah.
No, I just mean like I don't know, like a slow, consistent pace of like a really hard thrust associated with a grunt.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
I don't get
about
that.
moving your body.
I don't understand like rhythm.
That's why I'm dating a musician.
There you go. See, it works out.
Exactly. His rhythm on the stage and rhythm in the sheets. That's what I'm talking about. That was good. All right. So, yeah. Do we have anything else to say, Mason?
Do you believe that might be it?
I think that's it. Sadly, that's all. That's all today. What's that? The Looney Tune that was like. That's all for now, folks. It was wasn't it the
That's all,
pig?
folks.
That's.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I didn't have a childhood, man.
You didn't?
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I was born this way.
You were fucking at 7, so like.
He's not 7.
Okay, if you guys want to
It
know
was
how
13.
old, oh my God, you're not supposed to tell them. If you
Oh.
guys want to hear his virginity story, go listen to our virginity episode.
It's true.
He talks about how he lost his virginity at 13 in a tent full of other people, with his friend's older sister, who was like what, 18,
She was 19 at the time.
19. That makes it better.
Yeah.
I'm like still amazed by you every day.
I know.
You're my hero.
Thank you.
You're all I aim to be. So our next episode, It's actually our next few episodes are going to be like holiday themed, which I'm super fucking stoked about. So if you guys tune in, our first episode of December, which is the first Friday of December next week, kissing tips for the holiday season. So if you want to learn how to become a better kisser, check it out.
Under the mistletoe.
Under the mistletoe. Can you please not? Oh my God, Mason. I mean, our titles are good. Kissing tips for the holiday season. Coming around the Christmas tree.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jingle balls. Okay.
Right.
So we have some good episodes coming up, and I think we're gonna have a New Year's resolutions episode. So if you guys have any sexy New Year's resolutions, send them in. Sexpertpodcast@gmail.com. If you guys need advice or anything else, send it in. Sexpertpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to send us your nudes, sexpertpodcast@gmail.com. Or Mike Pence at vpotus.org. Don't send it to that email. I don't think that's real.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you see where the cast of Hamilton totally called him out?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's good. Donald Trump got really pissed about it, though. He's all like, save spaces. I'm like, Donald Trump, calm yourself.
True.
We don't need a safe space for a white man.
I'm a white man. I can confirm I don't need a safe space.
Yeah, don't need a safe space. Okay, that's all for now, folks. We will be seeing you next week with kissing tips for the holiday season. Make sure to like us on Facebook and make sure you are subscribed to us on iTunes or Podbean or YouTube or wherever the fuck you're listening. And we hope you have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. Remember what Thanksgiving is all about, the mass murder of Indians. Everyone, stay sexy.
So I made a bit of an issue with my quote, with my last quote. I believe I initially said that the quote was, it's not small, it's not small, it's not small, it's average size at 5 inches. I was mistaken. The quote is, it's not small, it's average size at almost 6 inches on a good day, which I'm completely content with. If I had a small load of a dick, I'd try and make up for it in some fashion when having sex, because size matters, but doesn't mean everything. Thank you for listening.